So now I'm going to give you 4 different examples of different types of lactate threshold tempo run workouts that you could work into your training, and I'll kind of give you an idea of what might be more appropriate depending on what race distance you're focusing on, whether you're running a 5K or you're training for a 50K. So the first workout I want to talk about I actually got right from Jack Daniel's Distance Running Formula book. This is the first edition I got circa 1999, and when I read it in middle school it just blew my mind. But basically he uses the term cruise intervals. So an example of a cruise interval workout would be something like 6 to 10 by 1,000 meters on the track. And the real difference in doing cruise intervals is you keep the recovery between repetitions really short, anywhere between 45 seconds to a minute and a half. So it's not a full recovery, you're still breathing pretty hard, your heart rate's elevated the whole time, but you're doing these 1,000 repeats right near that lactate threshold pace. And you could even cross over a little bit, you could work it down closer to 10K pace, and I actually recommend doing that because it is a shorter workout and you have those rest breaks in between. And this is probably more of a workout for a 5K to 10K runner, although even half marathoners and marathoners could benefit from doing it once in a while. The second type of workout I'd list under tempo runs or lactate threshold is the 20-minute tempo run. And this is just a straight up 20-minute run at an even pace, right near your lactate threshold pace. And you know, it's okay if you go 25 minutes or if you go 18 minutes, maybe you want to go 4 miles. That's okay. And it's just a real steady effort. It's great to do if you're a 5K or 10K runner or a half marathoner. So the third workout I want to talk about is 2-mile repeats. And they're a great workout to do if you're a marathoner, half marathoner. I even did them in college under Robert Rojo Johnson, co-founder of Let'sRun.com, and that was when I was training for a 10K. So a lot of versatility in doing 2-mile repeats, but if you want to do them right at lactate threshold pace, a good way to do that is to do a short rest again, a 2 to 4 minute rest in between 2-mile repeats, and you'd be looking at doing anywhere between 3 to 5 repetitions. And we also did this kind of training when I was running for the Hanson's Brooks Distance Project out in Michigan. You do 2-mile repeats at a pace 5 to 10 seconds a mile faster than your goal marathon race pace. So it's a really good workout for marathoners to do also, because you could do it faster than your goal marathon race pace. You could hone in kind of on your half marathon goal pace, which is going to be very close to your lactate threshold as well. And it's okay in some of these workouts to kind of start off a little bit slower and work it down, because like I said before, there's kind of a continuum with intensity and the pace range. You could, if you estimate your threshold pace to be about 5:30 a mile, you could start off doing 2 miles at 11:10, 5:35 pace if you don't feel very good, and then as you start progressing through the workout, you could work it down under 11 minutes if you feel good. You could kind of capitalize on the day and work it under your threshold and run a 10:50 on the last repeat. That's okay as long as you're not forcing your fitness. You want to work with your body, and you want to keep the effort under 85 or 90%. Finally, the last type of workout I want to talk about is just a 40 to 60 minute steady state or progressive tempo run. And this probably has the most benefit for marathoners. It would also be useful for half marathoners as well. And basically you could go out and just run like 6 or 10 miles. And you could start kind of at a slower end marathon pace and then work it down throughout the run. So you're kind of progressing overall, so maybe the last couple miles you hit under half marathon pace. But you go by feel again on this, and it's a real nice run. You could start off, you don't have to warm up necessarily. You could just start off at a really easy pace for the first 2 or 3 miles and then kind of progress into it and get faster and faster. So that's really going to give you the most bang for your buck if you're training for a marathon. And some marathoners will even do this at the end of a long run if they feel really good. But then again, you have to go by effort. You can't just force a pace every time, because your lactate threshold really varies day by day. So in a nutshell, tempo runs, lactate threshold workouts give you a lot of flexibility in your training, and you can kind of mix and match with those different types of workouts if you want to do thousands one week, cruise intervals one week, and then do a steady 20-minute tempo run the next week. That would be a good part of a training plan. And you could find with these tempo run threshold workouts, you could do these pretty much year-round. It's a year-round high-end aerobic training stimulus, whether you're building a large aerobic base, a Lydiard style base with steady state running, or you're tapering before a race at the end of your season. That aerobic stimulus of working at 85 to 90% of your maximum heart rate is really good at giving you aerobic enzyme development, lowering your lactate threshold, and just building overall fitness and strength. Tempo runs really are the best way to increase your aerobic fitness over long periods of time and to preserve the fitness that you gain from other workouts like VO2 max workouts, repetitions, and races. So thanks for watching, and if you have any other questions, feel free to comment below or send me a tweet. I'll try to answer as many different questions as possible. Other than that, train smart, race hard, and run happy.